Kamala Harris, it looks like she's got the numbers. Not guaranteed, though, that she's actually sealed the deal yet. There's still some conjecture. People like Obama are said to want an open convention. Interestingly, the moment that Joe Biden drops out of the race, she has raised, Kamala Harris, $81 million in 24 hours. That's a new record. What's going to happen here, Michael? Do you think she's going to get it?
The Democratic base are excited now that they've got a candidate that's sort of basically upright. Living upright and can talk. Breathing. Don't discount her, Peter. Frank Luntz, America's Best Pollster, said that especially amongst 18 to 34-year-old women, she's a blank sheet. So they don't hate her, but they weren't going to vote for poor old Joe. They weren't going to turn out because remember, it's voluntary voting. But now they're going to frame it as the young Afro-American woman, or younger, or Jamaican woman, v. Rich old white guy. So it's more competitive. I still think that her record on immigration is what motivates most Americans. And in the Rust Belt seats, unless she has a very, very good VP, she's hasn't got a show.
Well, this goes to the point, right? The key swing seats are Rust Belt seats. They're the seats that a person like JD Vance owns, those states. She's locked up California because she's woke California. But I mean, that's California and New York, you know, big weighting of electoral college votes. But in the middle of the country, she's not just not known, as Michael makes the point, she's not just a blank sheet of paper. There'd be great antipathy to the sort of background she is.
That's true, and the record, she's only run for office twice, in the primary in 2020 for president and for attorney general in California. And in both of those, she got less than 1% of the vote. Even in blue California, she's just not a very talented campaigner. Everybody knows that. However, building on what Michael said, she is going to be the beneficiary of the cover girl treatment. She's going to get the magazine covers. She's going to get all sorts of puff pieces that will elevate her. She will choose a VP wisely, who's going to be somebody from one of the Rust Belt states that shores that up. There's lots of people who want the job. And I would also throw in the last thing is, we don't know what's going to happen to Biden in the 6 months left as president.
I've got to ask you about that. I mean, all this talk, and it's continuing, I've said for ages, I mean, who the hell is running the country? Clearly he's not. He gets COVID, he takes a week off. Who's in the White House?
It's very odd.
Keeping the machine going.
It is very odd.
He hasn't said anything.
He hasn't said anything. And that's the thing. I was looking at the last time this happened where somebody resigned or said they were not going to run for re-election. Lyndon Johnson gave a 40-minute address to the nation from the Oval Office to at least reassure the American people that he had the job as commander-in-chief in hand. He's just not running for re-election. We have nothing. We got something that wasn't on stationery, digitally signed by the president, this phone call that who knows
He's meant to be returning to the White House tomorrow.
We will find out.
The military are really getting very nervous. General Carrillo, who's the chairman of Central Command, sent a really rude, open letter to the Secretary of Defence, Lloyd Austin, saying, what the hell's going on in the Middle East? We're going to have American sailors killed in the Red Sea if you don't let us take action and give us some leadership compared to sort of what the Israelis did in Yemen. So the situation is exactly as you identify it, Peter. It's sort of turmoil, chaos, lack of leadership.
In a very hostile time, and closing the loop back to Kamala, if that were to happen, that would elevate her further because she will actually be the first female president.
Correct.
And that changes her positioning.
Yeah, it is a benefit for the Democrats. If they went down that path, they would give her the benefit of incumbency. She would be seen to be up to the job, whether she is or she isn't, by virtue of the office. That would make it very interesting. Gosh, it's a wild ride.
To say the least.
We've seen so much so far, might see more.